Hi guys, welcome to CHADWM or fork of DWM, and the topic of the video is gaps. So it's nice, super Control T or super enter, all these things, but they are always gaps. Now personally I prefer to have gaps, but what if, right, what if you say I don't want that? Anything DWM, so also Dusk or CHDWM, and all the other forks that may exist and may come, right? It's an application. You need to build this thing. So on ArcoCHD let's start with the start. In the .config, there is the folder ArcoCHDWM. It's in here somewhere that you need to set things for this particular desktop in general, right? This is the desktop itself. So we need to go in here. A good workflow would be deleting config H, which is a bit strange, but delete it so you can't forget to delete it later on. The config def H is where everything is happening. And yes, if you have an AZERTY keyboard, then you can go and compare these two guys and say, oh, I need to switch because I don't have super 1. In my case, it's super ampersand. So this is the switcheroo for key bindings. So if you have something else, you have to make it yourself and give it another name and get it back each time. Now the config def H, I would open it like this, but you see here that I have all kinds of things. What is interesting, this is Sublime Text, so we've installed Sublime Text 4 and Meld, is that you can drag and drop a folder. I can actually say all of this, I need to have a look at it. I want to see EWM as well. And then you can go and read every code, every single file is just clickable, and you start reading, because basically any tiling window manager, you need to read the code. So this is the dev H. Control super F first, make it full screen. Control find, and you start typing gap or gaps. And you see here the horizontal inner gap between windows and so on. So 10 can also be 0. Why not? Like so. Control S, it's saved. Super F, full screen is off. Super Q, we don't need you anymore. But we need to build this thing again. So this is not a thing, oh, I've changed it, I can reboot, everything is fine. No. This is a user local bin application. So you need to build the application. So the config def H is there. Config H is not there. Okay. Then you open a terminal and you say, make me please. And sudo make install. Now it's only going to be installed inside my system. So inside user local bin will get a CHDWM. And this, well, you see here, the gaps are still here. Super X, I'm going to reboot and let this new application that we've built together without gaps, let it reboot. We've done the rebuild. Let's reboot and see if this is to our liking. Do we want to have no gaps? How does it look? Is it worth all the effort, right? Control-T, 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 Control-T. There are many guys that say, I like this, right? I have small window, small screen, small laptop. I don't have the real estate of pixels that I can make this gaps in between. So yes, why not? So the gaps are gone. To finish the video, let's also put the gaps back. There is Sublime Text, you can launch like this, Super Shift D. There is Super D now as well. Sublime Text again. And instead of Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, we could try and see what would happen, how will it look if we take 20. Control S, super Q, go to Arco CHDWM folder inside here. Again, workflow, config H, by, delete, make. I make mistake as well, right? That's why I make it so obvious now. But you'll forget it. And then yeah. Super X reboot. I've never done this, 20, so how will it look? So super enter, super enter, super enter. My screen is not too bad. It's not that bad at all. But okay, it's all about choices as always, and I'm just a provider of knowledge. That's it. You choose. All right. Enjoy CHADWM. Cheers.